Hey guys, it's Viv
and G.
Welcome to our channel. So we are back
with season 16 of The Bachelorette with Claire Crowley.
and we're so excited.
Yes, we already know this is going to be a drama-filled season. Is this really going to be the most dramatic season ever? I don't know, but if you guys have seen all of the talk on Twitter and over the internet, it may seem that way.
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be super dramatic. I don't know what to expect.
I know, seriously. As you guys know, we try to stay away from all that social media stuff and really just focus on what ABC is showing us.
Yep.
But we have seen a few things.
So we start the episode off with Claire, and we learn a little bit about her. She's from Sacramento, California. She has 2 dogs, super cute. And then, they're gonna start the show, and then all of a sudden, as you all know,
Shut down.
the world shuts down.
Yes. We spend about, like a half hour of this episode just talking about COVID stuff, seeing
Yes.
news things. I didn't need to see any of that. Like, we saw everyone get tested and everyone's negative, which is great, but we could have assumed all that.
I mean, we lived it, right? As you guys, we all lived the shutdown of the world.
Yeah, I was just disappointed that it took up so much of the episode today.
Yeah, me too. I felt like they were stretching it out a little much.
Definitely. So because of everything that's going on with COVID, we are actually in Palm Springs this season at a resort. So we finally get to the limo arrivals with the guys.
And can we just time out right there? Why are they arriving in limos when they've been quarantining at the resort? Can we just walk? Can we just I know. I didn't understand the limo thing. It's just come on. You guys are all there. There's no need for a limo driver.
Facts. So we start off strong with Ben. I believe he's 29. He goes up to Claire. They take a deep breath together. I think it was a little bit more for him than her. He seemed very nervous,
Super nervous.
Really cute and a great start to the night.
So some of the standout guys tonight included Bennett, who arrived in a Rolls Royce with a white scarf over his, little suit, looking like James Bond 007. And he kind of pulled it off. All the guys were like, dang, we should have thought of that.
We also see Kenny, who is a boy band manager, which is very interesting. I'm curious to see if it's actually a boy band that we know. That would be so interesting. He came in with his suit, but under his suit, he had a t-shirt with both of Claire's dogs on it because he said, I knew you would miss them. It was really cute.
It was super cute. I would have loved, seeing a guy with my 2 dogs.
Of course you would.
If you don't know, I'm a dog lover. Another intro that I thought was super thoughtful and really stuck out to me was Mike. He came out of the limo with 2 flip-flops so she could change out of her heels at the end of the night. We all get tired after wearing heels for a long night, and that was really thoughtful.
Mm-hmm. So of course we have to have a pro football player in the mix. And we have Easy. He's so adorable. He comes popping out of this paper
in a
banner.
pink suit.
So cute. Definitely a standout intro. His personality really shined through.
It did. He's Then we had Jay walk out of the limo in a, what is that called?
Straight jacket?
A straight jacket where, they're stuck, which I thought was kind of awkward because you couldn't even hug her, shake her hand, nothing.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
The whole little joke with that was, we've all been stir crazy in quarantine.
Got it.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, at least people noticed him,
Yeah.
Or Claire noticed him. Then we had Ed doing another kind of play on COVID. He came in one of those big bubbles that you kind of can stand and run in. I think there's games that you can play with those things. So, we've all been in this bubble during COVID. So another COVID thing, I mean, this year with Claire, it's the COVID jokes. And then with Colton, it was the virgin jokes. So...
Then we had one of the guys walk out with a pregnant belly. which on a guy just looked like a beer gut. Like, it didn't look like he was
beer belly,
pregnant, but he was paying tribute to how Claire came out when she was on the Bachelor with Juan Pablo.
We have a few guys that came with snacks. We have Yusuf that came with moon pies, and Jordan that came with popcorn.
Now we see the guy that we've all been waiting for, Dale. Dale comes out of the limo. He's super sweet, comes off very confident, gives her a super strong hug.
Yeah, picks her up,
walks away, and she is just like starstruck.
She's
gone.
like, that is my future husband right there.
Blackout. She's like, I don't even know what I said. Did I say anything? Like, what happened?
Yeah, and of course, we've all seen the rumors that I think she ends up with him or something happens with him. We're not really sure, but something kind of blows up the season revolving around Dale is what we've all seen, I'm sure.
And that's what the previews, like The Bachelor, just like the commercials, it's all based around Dale.
Yeah. So I don't know, maybe they're like tricking us or something. Who knows what's happening?
Right. I don't know. They're tricky this season.
So finally, we're getting the cocktail hour started so Claire can start mingling with the guys. A couple guys pull her. Some of the standouts were Easy. They had a pretty good connection. They talked about family and church.
He was just like an overall really cool guy. I really like him.
Such good energy. I feel like even if they don't connect, I feel like she'll keep him around a little bit just because of his energy and, you know, to kind of keep the house, to kind of keep excitement in the house.
So then she sits down with Dale and they're talking really natural, but what I kind of questioned was when they were talking about her mom being in the nursing home and just how difficult quarantine has been and how he was praying for her. And some of the stuff they were saying made it seem like they've talked beforehand. Like he knew more.
It was a little confusing.
Like he knew more about her than like what she was actually saying. Like
and I don't know if that's how they edited it or what was going on, but it did seem that way, and who knows, like, this is why we don't like looking at spoilers, because I'm like, is this in our minds because we've seen little speculations about stuff, or would we have picked up on this prior to that, you know?
So we could have been overanalyzing the situation, but it did seem like they had talked previously, but she walked away just super happy, like, loving Dale. She said, I really like this guy. Yeah. Head over heels over him.
At one point in the night, she brings out her beloved dog, Honey, for all the guys to meet, and they were all loving it. And she's like, this is the real test. Like, who gets along with Honey right now? So we see Claire sit down with Yusuf. He is a dad. He has a daughter, I believe. And they talk about that a little. And he seems to be really ready to settle down, but I did kind of get some creepy vibes from him. As they said goodbye, they had this wicked, cringy, like cheek kiss moment.
My first impression of him, and I hate saying this, he reminded me of, if any of you have watched the show You, he reminded me of the main character, Joe.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Just a little cringe, like a little creep. Giving him the benefit of the doubt. We're gonna keep watching.
Yeah. First time on TV, you know, you don't really know how to act, but some creepy vibes there for sure. So we see Tyler C confront Yusuf, and he says that he knew a girl that Yusuf had DM'd on Instagram and had been DMing. And obviously he's like, that's not okay. You're coming on this season with Claire. Like, what's going on? Yusuf blew it off like it was no big deal. Tyler C took it upon himself to go to Claire and tell her what he knew and what was going on because he thought he owed it to her.
And that's when Claire went and got Yusuf to come talk to Tyler, the three of them, to squash it.
Right away. She was like, I'm not having this. Like, let's get this out. It was a quick conversation. I'm really proud of her for not wasting so much time on it. But nothing really came out of it. He was like, I don't have a girlfriend, so who cares kind of thing. That's how it came off to me.
Yeah, nothing crazy.
We also hear about some other Instagram action that happened before filming. And this was from Blake. So Claire and Blake were talking, and she says to him, you know, obviously there are some Bachelor rules when you know, apply for the season or are casted for the season, and you broke one of them. And we're all like, what is going on? And the rule he broke was actually messaging Claire. So they were supposed to start filming back in April. They had abruptly stopped, and obviously they had to start filming again in June, July, whenever it was. In between those months, Blake took it upon himself to reach out to Claire, and it really meant a lot to her. She was like, you are the only guy that reached out to me, and it was just so nice, and I really needed it.
It was so sweet. That's so sweet. He broke the rules for love. No, not even for love. Just being a nice guy.
I know.
Checking in on his girl. Like, the rules.
And that's when we get the first kiss of the season between Claire and Blake.
And after that, we finally see Claire get the first impression rose. And I for sure thought it was going to Blake after the first kiss.
Yeah.
But it did not. She went and found Dale. And that's where we got the second kiss of the season.
And it was a good kiss, I'm telling you. So then we have the rose ceremony, and I believe it was either 10 or 11 guys that went home. I kind of lost count at this point, you know, it's first episode. But we did see Tyler C go home and Yusuf stay out of that little drama.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm so happy we're back recapping The Bachelorette.
Yes, and we will see you guys next week. Bye.